one in the NFC seems to be really dominant right now. The Buccaneers have had some really nice moments. They're dealing with some injuries, though, of course. The Rams, like you said, also flashing out of really nice moments. They just lost to Mac Jones. The Eagles are kind of, who the hell knows? The Packers have don't get me started with the Packers right now, please. They seem like there's a lot to work with the Packers as well, but they're not blowing anyone away. They can't close the door on bad teams. So we can get into it. Who do you think is right now? I mean, let's think holistically, long term. The Lions are looking nice too again, but who is your kind of team in the NFC right now that you're like, I think that's the team that comes out of the NFC? Just based, let's think long term here, knowing that no one's really dominating right now.
Yeah, I think, and that's why I say this year may be the year for the Lions. I think the Lions, and I know, remember earlier in the year, I was riding Green Bay, riding high. Now, granted, I'm still behind Green Bay is because I just think y'all are just immensely talented, but those DBs just scare me at a high level. And once again, I thought Micah Parsons would help them out, but like I said, I know him in big games. He's gonna go missing. So between the Packers and the Lions, I think the Lions have the best chance to kind of win the NFC right now because they're just starting to click more on offense. The defense is getting better and better. Hopefully they can stay healthy. And they just have so much, just talent everywhere. And Jared Goff, he's a quarterback that's done it before. He's been to Super Bowls. He's won the division before. He's right where he need to be. So I'm going to go with Detroit in a close second, Green Bay, just because I just think y'all are just gifted, and once again, Matt LaFleur is an underrated genius when it comes to offense.
For the most part, yeah. He's very frustrating at times, and I appreciate that comment. It was very difficult for me to not take the Packers on this one. I'm not taking the Packers. I'm also not taking the Lions. The Lions were actually my number 2, very close number 2. And Packers were my number 3, only because the Packers' issues with closing out against bad teams concerns me. The way that they kind of fold too often. The special teams is again back to who the fuck knows. You can't count on something to go wrong. You can always count on something to go wrong with the special teams that's going to screw you in a big game. There's just, like you said with Parsons, I think he'll be okay. I'm not confident in what we have. Keyshawn Nixon's playing his ass off at an outside corner. If he's still got any more doubters, they just need to shut up and go away. Keyshawn Nixon is balling out as an outside corner. It's the other side that's a problem. As much as I have a lot of faith in Carrington Valentine, I have a lot of struggles as what's going to happen with the slot guys. That's where we can get cooked. We got cooked last season with Javon Bullard in the slot. He's been incredible in the box and against the short stuff, against the run. He's incredible. The second you put him on a guy who's got a 40 time over 4.5, he's getting cooked. So we're going to need Nate Hobbs to come in huge there. So there's still some things as promising as it looks for Green Bay. Christian Watson, less than 280 days from tearing his ACL, is back to practicing. No braces, no sleeves. It is an incredible recovery time for him. He's coming back. Matthew Golden, Dobbs, you're going to get Reed back. So like you said, the talent is immense. Zach Thomas coming back at tackle. I think Green Bay is going to eventually probably end up being that team where you don't want to fuck with them in the playoffs. For right now, my team is the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. And I know they just lost. And like I said, it was between the Rams and Lions. So we're kind of on the same track with this one because the Lions have more impressive wins and they have more wins. They beat the Browns, and the Browns is considered the best defense in football right now. But when I'm breaking down, when I'm getting into it a little bit, I'm taking McVay over Dan Campbell every fucking day of the week. And I'm not even thinking twice about that choice.
For sure.
I'm taking Stafford. At the way Stafford's playing right now at an MVP level, I'm taking Stafford over Goff. At the end of the day, both those dudes are statues. So which statue is a little nicer to me? I like that Stafford statue because that Stafford statue is thrown to Puka and Devontae Adams, where the other guy is thrown to St. Brown. I'll take Puka over St. Brown, one. But then St. Brown and Jameson Williams, who's having a dog shit season, and he's already looking overpaid. So Puka and Adams compared to St. Brown and Williams as the 1-2 receivers, I'm taking that combo all day long. Both defenses have already been pretty equally stingy. Give them that. Both are getting to the quarterback at about the same clip. Both O-lines have surrendered about the same amount of sacks per game. Both have been pretty solid there. But the Rams are allowing the 3rd fewest yards per rush right now, 5th fewest yards per play, and Detroit has been a little bit more exploitable in their pass defense right now. They've been a bit shaky there. So if these teams squared up at full health in the playoffs, and we're only going based on what we've seen so far, those are kind of the reasons why I'm like, I would bet on the Rams to ultimately win that game, and that's what kind of pushes me over for those kind of reasons right there. But there's other ones, like the Rams are also second in yards per game right now. They're one of only 2 teams averaging 400 yards a game. Your ex-Cowboys are the other, with Dak having his great season. They have the best receiver in football. Puka is dominating. He's having a historic season for a receiver right now.
Austin, but Austin,
all right, talk to me.
Austin,
what do you got? What?
Austin, you cannot say the best receiver. First of all,
he's playing like the best receiver right now.
I'd rather you say that then. They don't have the best receiver in the NFL. He's playing stat-wise like it, but if you look at it, he's getting forced the ball. They're really and Sean McVay is a genius on drawing up plays to get a guy that runs a 4.6 the ball. But the one thing I do say, when you started comparing Detroit and the Rams, you forgot about the backfield. Kyren Williams and Blake Corum is turning that ball over way more than they should be compared to Montgomery and Gibbs, which if you can't tell me you wouldn't take
big edge. Big edge over Kyren and
that's
Blake. The best backfield. That's the best backfield of football. Give me that backfield all day long compared to any other backfield in football.
So what wins them championships? A good running game and not turning the ball over. And Kyren Williams and Blake Corum is turning that ball over. Kyren Williams blew the game. He blew the game.
He hasn't been off the charts this season, but you're right. They have a great run. They have a great run attack, but the Rams can counter it with arguably one of the best run defenses in football right now. So if you can counter it, we saw what the Packers did when they shut down Gibbs and Montgomery. The Lions folded. Granted, it was game 1 with new coordinators. There's reasons why besides just that, but when they couldn't get the run game going, they were toast. They couldn't do jack shit. No receivers had 70 yards until garbage time. When the Rams having one of the best run defenses in football right now, that's another reason why, as good as that backfield is, if you can just kind of shut them down, slow them down, and Brewers just hit another home run. Come on! 4-3 Brewers go up. Oh, this is going to hurt if I have to listen back to this tomorrow and they lose. But
and they lose. Yeah, that's really impressive.
God damn it. But yeah, I mean, I think we're on the same page because, like I said, Lions were my number 2. They're looking really good despite the new coordinators and everything. But Rams, man, when Stafford's balling and when he's got McVay's cooking, that team looks really, really dangerous right now, man. And you're right.
Yeah,
McVay.
I just got to listen. I'm going to tell you, and it's not you, Austin, but I keep seeing this Puka Nacua, the best receiver. Cooper Kupp did the same thing. Understand that this is Sean McVay's scheme. Come on now. Everybody said Cooper Kupp, he's the best. What has he done since the Triple Crown year?
True, just got hurt. That's it. It pretty much just keeps getting hurt. How about this?
No.
How about this? The other, I do say I wouldn't call Puka the best receiver in football right now. I would still give that to Chase or Jefferson. You put them on any competent football team with a competent quarterback, those are the 2 best receivers in football.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb too. He's a freak. Puka, the one thing he does that none of those dudes do is he's an elite blocker and adds to that run game tremendously. And I shared it in my clip with Puka last week, a couple of his clips of him run blocking and taking dudes out of the field, and you see Kyren Williams busting up the seam right behind him. That's not something that Jamar Chase or Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb are doing to contribute to the offensive success, and that matters. And Puka's become as reliable as a get a bucket, just throw the ball to him on 3rd down if you need a first down, as anyone. He don't drop shit. His efficiency, and you're right, he's got volume numbers. He's got inflated volume numbers because they're force-feeding him the ball. And that offense is on the field a lot. But it all comes down to why, again, I'm just taking the Rams. When that offense is on the field a lot, that's a problem. For sure. Even the 49ers game, I can't believe that Mac Jones still beat them. But, I think Rams, Lions. Where would you put the Rams?
Close.
You put them above or below the Packers?
I put them below the Packers and below the Eagles. Okay. I like their defense. I like their front 4. I think Stafford he's still, so he got a gifted arm. When he released, he has one of the best release, and just that ball comes out of his hand still. It's just that he's older. He's one hit away from just being hurt. He limped in this season, so he's one hit away. So I'm going Detroit, Green Bay, Philly, then the Rams.
We got the same top four.
Yeah.
Different order, same top four.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, we can't discount. And I'm going to throw this one out there. I don't think they stand a chance in contending, but we got to give some love to the Atlanta Falcons. Statistically, I saw this today. Statistically, the Falcons have the number one defense in football right now.
Wow.
And you go look it up. Their defense is allowing nothing. Like, they've had an incredible defense. The offense is slowly ascending. Penix is getting better. They already got London. They got Pitts. They got Bijan. They got a good backup in Algier. The old line's playing well. So that team's ascending, man. I got to give it to the Falcons. I did not think that defense was going to be this good this early, but their defense is crushing people, and they got talent on offense. So don't write them out yet. In that division, Buccaneers are good, but they're winning all their games in the final drives, which is important, but they're beatable. And they're kind of letting teams hang around to the very last minute. Hence, they've won 4 of their 5 games in game-winning drives this year, which is impressive. But Falcons, man.
I listen. I'm watching them. I'm definitely watching them. So
we see you.
I'll keep. I got about maybe 4 or 5 teams. It's probably right at that 5th place that I think may can go there. But we'll see how the season keep going.
All right, let's kick it over to. We'll wrap it up with some college football topics to expand on real.